Hi everyone, we're going to go through Bag of Bones. With this activity, the way that I've run it is we start the activity with the skull, ribs, spine and the pelvis already on there. That'll just speed it up a little bit, so if you've only got sort of like 15 minutes for this activity and some of the other bones are quite difficult for the kids to sort of get, because obviously a lot of them look very similar, so just by starting with this on, it just gives them a starting place. With this one there's also labels, so you need to label each bone once you've got it on. The way that I start is by letting the kids pick some of the bones that they want to put on first. Obviously they can probably define the hands and the feet quite easily, and there's shoulder blades over there which they might also be able to get. The other ones are obviously arm and leg bones, which they will know, but they won't necessarily know which ones go where. The way that I let them do it, if you feel like you've got time, is by letting them start first. So let them pick the bones that they want to go on for either their arm bones or the leg bones, but try and correct them as they go through, because you don't want to get to the end, it all be wrong and then have to take it all apart and start again. We'll put it together for you now and then you can see how it goes, and then I'll give you some pointers as to which bones go where. Okay, so this is a full skeleton all put together now. Okay, so starting from the top, as you can remember, the skull, ribs, spine and pelvis were already on. The first thing that I would get the kids to try and put on, obviously it's not particularly easy, are the scapula. So get them to put the shoulder blades on, try and tuck them under the ribs, because obviously they're at the back. You can also point out to the kids that obviously you can feel them and you can make them move their arms and feel the shoulder blades at the back. Clavicles on top of those, just straight across. It doesn't obviously matter which way. Moving down, you've got the humerus. Now the way to distinguish this from the other limb bones is it's only one bone, so as you can see with the radius and the ulna, you've got two, and it's shorter than the femur down here, which is obviously a lot longer. So that's the way that you distinguish the humerus. Obviously, refer to it as a funny bone if they want. They might have heard that if you hit your elbow, it feels a little bit odd. The way round that you'd put it is, as you can see, at the bottom here it's got two bumps, and they obviously articulate with these two bones here. At the top it's only just got one. So that's the way round that you try and get the kids to put it. That's obviously the ball and socket joint in the shoulder. Next one down, the radius and the ulna. It doesn't particularly matter which way around this goes, because as you can see it's not particularly different at each end. The way that you distinguish this one from the tibia and the fibula is that obviously again that's longer, and secondly that this one up here, it crosses over, which obviously gives you that movement with your arm, which your legs don't have. So that one on next, and again it doesn't matter which way around you put it really. Hands, obviously different to the feet, and you can see that, so that doesn't really need any explanation. Femur, again, same as the humerus, it has one articulation, the big ball, the head at the top, and then at the bottom it has two bumps, which is the articulation to the tibia and the fibula. Tibia and fibula, again, it has two bones in it, and you can tell that it's different from the ulna and the radius because it's longer. The bigger part at the top at the knee, and the thinner end at the bottom by the foot, and then the feet on last. So this is the full skeleton fully labelled, and we'll talk through each individual label. So starting from the top again, you'll know most of these, so we'll fly through them. Skull and cranium, collarbone, clavicle, same thing again. Behind here, obviously on the scapula and shoulder blade. Upper arm bone is the humerus, ribs, spine and backbone, elbow, radius, and we don't have a label for ulna, but you can obviously explain that the other one is the ulna. Carpals in the hand, forearm bones and wrist, and obviously you can put these anywhere around that you want. If you want to put these ones on this side, that's absolutely fine. Pelvis, hip joint, femur, which is also the thigh bone, patella and the kneecap, shin bone. That should be shin bones, because obviously you've got the tibia and the fibula. Ankle and tarsals in the feet. The ones to remember the most are the tarsals are in the feet and the carpals are in the hand. They're the two that are very easily mixed up, so remember those ones.